So Ability EY at one level is about making sure that people who are dealing with either physical impairments or mental health issues, that they've got the support, the resources, the environment to help them succeed in their job.
We as leadership must create the culture and are creating the culture where people feel more confident to share who they truly are.
So one of the things that attracted me to apply for EY was the whole inclusivity agenda that we have here. Things like the Ability EY network and our approach to differences as strengths makes a big difference in our everyday lives.
I think EY is very accepting of disability. They are trying to create an open and honest environment where people are comfortable in disclosing their disability.
The Ability EY sponsor is about how to create the environment for everyone in our business to succeed.
And it's beautifully rewarding because of the difference that we're making.
There's nothing like hearing a personal story with someone who has the real courage to be vulnerable in the room. And I can really feel the tingles down my spine as somebody talks about something that actually a few years ago we wouldn't have had the culture where they would have felt able to do that.
I'm registered blind. As a result, many day-to-day activities are quite difficult for me. I also find moving around the office quite challenging. I have been vision impaired for many years. No one knows better than me as to the challenges that my disability poses.
About 2 years ago was when my second big episode of depression started, and realistically, no matter how much you know about the support around you, you sometimes just don't notice the decline.
I was born with profound hearing loss and wear hearing aids. Without my hearing aids, I cannot hear anything at all.
I have cerebral palsy, a physical disability I've had since being born premature, requiring me to walk with 2 walking sticks.
2 years ago, I put a message at the bottom of my email signature saying that I have dyslexia and apologies for any typos or errors. And since then, I've had so many people come up and talk to me about what it's like to be a dyslexic. So it's been a really good tool to raise awareness and start talking about it.
When you're dealing with a condition like stammering every minute of every day at work, because you never know when your stammer's going to come out. I can say a word like buddy, and sometimes I can say buddy without stammering, and sometimes I can't, that was a genuine stammer, it kind of, when your brain decides that it's the speech elements, your brain decide they're not going to work for you, it just happens.
The fact that we've called it Ability EY is a really important point, because it's about focusing on people's strengths, not their disabilities.
A huge part of being at EY is having the ability to broadcast positive things about disability.
Being hearing impaired means that I have managed to build up other strengths. For example, I'm very visual, I'm very observant, I tend to read and interpret body languages very well.
People with autism are people whose brains are wired differently. It's a neurodiverse condition rather than a disability. Anecdotally, they say 1 in 8 people could be on the autism spectrum in the financial and scientific industries. In these fields, you need a lot of attention to detail and a real understanding of roles and patterns, the kinds of strengths that attract autistically minded people.
Being innovative and looking at things from a different angle can really add value to our client conversations.
Having a physical disability gives me a different perspective. In my life, I have to plan more, but this directly relates to a workplace as well.
Premium on resilience, planning, creativity. There are a raft of issues that these individuals will have dealt with.
But we might be a better listener or better at observing body language.
Having a disability makes me hugely self-aware and hopefully allows me to empathise with people with other differences.
I do think that change has to come from the top down. We need to look at how we can be more mindful in the way we work with each other.
It is so important to have the right network, communities, resources and support for those affected by disability. I should give them a sense of belonging, a sense of freedom to share their experiences.
And it's only when people do talk about these things and you realise the impact people have had around them, either for good or for bad, where you realise how much we can all do to get better at this and to create a better culture for people.
It's about people, and it's about helping each other to fulfil our potential and have a great career at EY.